This is an A+ premium content that I created with Scalable and Figma. You can also use Photoshop, Canva, or other design tools to make the final adjustments. It took me roughly 20 minutes, and I will show you the exact step-by-step process on how you can create it for your brand. Scalable gives you a full content strategy on how to sell your product to your audience the best way possible. It's basically engineered so it checks off the mental buying checklist of your customers the best way possible, in the right order, and in the best and easiest way. You get 8 slots in Scalable, and 1 is for the main image, 7 for the gallery images. But the only thing you have to do now is to repurpose these slots, because the communication is already clear, the structure is clear, and we have to create the images in a different format. There's only one constraint that AI currently has for image generation. It only can create standard formats like 1x1, 16x9, etc. For A+ content, we need to adjust it in Figma, Photoshop, or Canva, so it fits the specific formats that Amazon needs. Here you have an overview about the specific A+ content modules for A+ Premium and the standard one. To create content for the A+ Premium desktop, I would advise you to go with the 21:9 ratio. For the mobile version, it's quite easy. It's a standard format, 4:3. And about the A+ standard, we should go with the 16:9. I want the A+ content to be on brand and cohesive. That's why I picked 2 brand colors for the background. And here's a prompt that we can now set up in Scalable. Let's move to Scalable. And here on the bottom left, you have global instructions, and I pasted this prompt as brand rules, so AI knows about what we want to create now, and this will be covered for all image generation. So here you can read it. It's all just a basic prompt about that we are about to create A+ content, and we want backgrounds only in these 2 color codes. So we can close this, and this is the setup. The next one, I already uploaded a product reference and some, here for the size and the ratio and the scale. And the thing what I advise you to upload as many images as possible. You get better results because AI needs to have the context about your product. And since this is not my product, I just had the main image and just screenshotted this one. So about the brand style, I will cover this more specific in a different video. I just screenshotted some elements from the website. So AI also knows a little bit about the brand style direction. So now we are all set to start generating our images for the A+ content. I already pre-generated the whole A+ content, so you don't have to wait while the images are generating. With the keyboard numbers, you can go through all the sections, and this is what we will do now. Let's go to the first one. Actually, the main image I skipped, but you also can create get inspired. So here, what I generated for in the main image slot, then I just show you what got generated. Maybe so you can relate more. The strategy was here mostly about the benefits. So here are the images that got generated, and you see it switches between the 2 backgrounds we prompted in our general instructions. And this is one version, and then you see I just generated a couple images, and the output was already quite decent. This was the second slot. Then we go here to the third one, and this was here, so let's move like that. This is about the formula and trust. Let's go to number 5. Oh, here's an old generated image, but this is about the process. So about the effects, and this is what it generated. And then we go here about the ritual. What else do we have? About the welcome kit. And the last one about the seed ecosystem. And probably you notice that, this is not the actual ecosystem. The products are a little bit hallucinated, but you can fix that easily by uploading the variations and all the other product of your catalog, so it matches more the exact version. So an option would be actually here to just screenshot and put it into the product references. After you generated a couple of variations and you are satisfied with the results, just go ahead, download the ones you like the most just by clicking this button. And then we can go from there and move to Figma. Here in Figma, I already prepared here the layout with the frames where I can drop in these images that got generated in Scalable. So let's do so as an example. Just drop them here, and then you can move them into this frame, and especially here in this one. So it's that was wrong. This is this one. And then the thing is that you have to move it, and while holding Shift, it keeps the ratio. And you notice that here we need to fill this gap. But I already prepared everything, so I dropped here all the images, and just let me scroll you through here. And here's even a specific example that I wanted to have something like that. 2 modules fit together. So it's a little bit more dynamic approach. It looks a little bit more premium. And that's why I added this red line manually, that it's just a separator for you. So you know it. We can delete it now. But how I did that, let me show you a quick example. So we had this. I generated a couple versions here. And the only prompt is that I selected a 1x1 image, and I prompted that I want a layout that works in 2 sections that are 21x9. And this is what I got. So back to Figma. And when I click here, you see that I just adjusted it so it looks like, so it fits the frame. So here we don't have to do anything. And in the next steps is, you see the difference that here everything's filled. Figma, Canva, and Photoshop has the feature that you can extend the images quite easily, and it basically extends based on the content it sees here. So this is the expand feature. You click here, and you can, while holding Shift, it goes on both sides. You just have to select so it fits the frame as you see here, and just hit Enter. Takes a couple seconds. Let me make a sip. There you go. The A+ content module is basically ready. So the next step, so this was one step, like putting in the content you generated in Scalable into these frames. And then I edited them. So yeah, it fits actually. And yeah, there is no white border. Everything looks smooth and cohesive. So, and yeah, that's basically it. You can select this, go down, export it, export the section, and you're ready to go to upload it to Amazon. And yeah, proceed accordingly, and then you're done with your A+ Premium Content desktop version. Now comes the Amazon Premium Content specific thing that you can create a mobile version. Let me show you what I created here. And it's basically just the same one in a format that works on the mobile. And as you remember, the format is 4x5, I think been like 600 by 450 pixel. And I just went here with a simple prompt. Let's copy it. And that we want this, we use the edit feature. Select here a version. For example, let's go with this one. So we have here 21x9. And if you go there, select it and paste this content, this prompt here, and you have to switch the format from 21x9 to 4x3. And let's hit generate or edit. Let's wait real quick. So it generated the image, and as you see that the new format got applied, and yeah, the heading got moved and the layout just switched. So we can download it, and the same procedure. We have here now our prepped elements, and we just drop it. And here it's even from the resolution way too big, and you can drop it here, paste it, and then you're good to go. Here I already prepped it, so yeah, go ahead, select it, export it, and then you're done with your A+ mobile version. So the general workflow to wrap it up. In Scalable, you get the full content strategy. You just create in a different format if it's 16x9 for the standard or 21x9 for the A+ premium content. And then you have to drop it into the frames you already prepared. Then you have to extend these so there are no gaps on the left and right side, and filling basically the gaps. And then you can turn the desktop version into the format. Everything took me like roughly 20 minutes, but now you can apply this to your plan. Your A+ content is now data backed, on brand, and ready to upload to Amazon.